All right, folks, I have what I consider a very nice car for you guys this time. This is a 2002 Ford Taurus SES. It's actually in really good shape, runs fantastic. We'll start her up for you right now. Always starts up. I've actually driven this car probably almost 350 miles. So I put some mileage on this thing myself, and as you can see, it shows 136,136. Interesting note though, here's how you guys are going to save a bunch of money. Because the dealer I bought this car from, when they traded it in, made a mistake on the title, I'm now forced to sell this car, what's called TMU, or True Mileage Unknown, only because the title itself, it's a clean New Jersey A title, believe it or not, but it shows 170,000, like 230 miles on it. So the moral of the story is the car's got 136,000 on it, but I have to sell it TMU, which means you save a ton of money. So basically you drive this car for about 33,000 miles, 34,000 miles, and it'll be right up where the mileage was. Anyway, the odometer does work, everything does work on it, but you guys are gonna get a break on the price because of somebody else's screw up. Okay, let's check out what we got. We got power windows, that's your right rear, down and up, of course. This is your right passenger side, down, up, and we'll go swing around here. There's your back passenger, down and up. And of course the all-important auto down front window and up. Power mirror. You can see that works. We'll come over to this side. That works just fine. Radio, let's see what's going on there.
Expire April 30th. See dealer for
As you can see, that works. It has a CD player, which I know nothing about. The heat works fantastic. It's a little chilly out today, so I can't really check out the air conditioner, you know, other than I did hear the compressor start, so that's a good thing. Let's see, the interior is very clean. It's got cruise control, adjustable wheel, delay wipers, all that stuff. All right, let's go. I'll do my normal walk around. We'll start out on the left front of the car. I'm actually parked out back trying to do this in the shade because it's so sunny out today finally. But what that does is it throws terrible shadows and it makes it hard for you guys to see what's what with the car. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to check with my little handy gizmo here. We're going to check the tread depth, and I got to say these tires look pretty darn good. And that's showing almost 1130 seconds. Just so you know, 1230 seconds on a passenger car tire is brand new. So these tires are in pretty darn good shape. All right, let's check this one. Ooh, there's not a lot of room to stick my hand in here. Holy cow! I'll give you a lot of room, so we'll do it down here. All right. Down a little lower, and let's see what that. I'm trying to find a spot in between the tread here. He's got these funky tread tires on them, and let's see. That says 830 seconds on that one. Come around to the back. This is our right rear tire. And let's see. Ooh, that one looks really good. Holy cow! And let's see. That's wait a minute. Get it in the tread, Craig. There we go. And that one's almost, yeah, 630 seconds, so it's pretty much the same as the other side. So it looks like the fronts are better than the backs. All right, let's stick this in here. Oh my gosh. And that one looks like about, well, let me check that again here. They don't give you a whole lot of room in here, I gotta say. There we go, there's a good spot. Right here I'm doing it, as you can see. Pull that out, and we got, yeah, about 930 seconds. So you got good tires on the front, not so good on the back. But you know what? That's okay. All right, let's check the body out. And this is your right front fender. And I don't see any nicks. One tiny little ding. No rust, no scratches. Right front door. No nicks, no dings, no scratches. Very nice. Let's pop this open. And we'll check out the door jamb. So actually a very clean car. It's got a couple little defects, which I'll show you, but nothing major. As you can see, where the rust would normally start, there's nothing there. So this is a very clean car. Here's your front passenger door panel, and here's the interior. And as you can see, very nice, very clean. It's got, this is actually, I'm really shocked at how nice and clean this car is. There's your floor, very beautiful, nice floor mats. And this is a 6-passenger car because as you can see, there's an extra set of seat belts in there. And that little spot there, that actually folds out, and I'll show that to you in a minute. That can turn into an armrest and cup holders. All right, let's do your roof. As you can see, very nice and clean. All right, this is your right rear passenger door. I don't see any nicks, don't see any scratches, no dents. And I'll give it another once over on this out in the bright sunlight too, so you guys can see. Here's your back seat. Look at how clean this car is. Crazy clean, I would call this. You know, especially for a 2002, you know. All right, let's take a look here. We'll go up and look at the headliner. You guys get a chance to look at that. Here's your door jamb. All right, and now we'll do the door frame. Clean as a whistle. I mean, this is just crazy. Look at that. Not a bit of corrosion on this car. I'm only a little shocked because, you know, Fords of this era, sometimes they were pretty bad. Look at this right rear quarter panel. No nicks, no dings, no scratches. All right, let's come around to the trunk area. Oh, look at that. And as you can see, this thing has a huge trunk. And a split fold down rear seat, so you have even more storage. Let's see what's under here. There's you go. There's your spare tire. All right. Go around the jamb. And of course the trunk itself. I expect that to be as clean as the rest of the car, but you never know. Yeah, here we go. Look at right up in here is where you would have a problem. And so far so good. I don't see anything wrong with this car. You know, as far as rust and corrosion is concerned. And even the bumper, look at how clean this bumper is. It's only a couple of minor little scratches. That's a really good sign. All right, let's go underneath, take a look. There you go. There you have it, folks. That's the back of the car. Very nice. All right, close this down. As I said, it's the SES model, and the trunk lid, no dings, no scratches, nothing. All right, come down to this side of the bumper. Very nice, very clean. And this is the only defect on this part of the car. It looks like it took a dent right here, and just this outline of clear coat came off. Can barely notice it, but I always like to point every detail out that I can. Come up along this way, you can check this side of the roof out. No dings, no dents, no scratches. This is your left rear door. And again, no dings, no dents, no scratches. This is an impressive car. Door jamb. There you go. And of course the door frame. I'll take a little walk around that. Here we go. And again, no rust, no corrosion. This is just a fine shaped car. All right, let's come to this side. We'll open this up. Now this does have a power seat on this side. And as you can see here, I'll do it. No problem forwards, no problem back, up and down, works exactly as it should. And the driver's seat is also in very nice shape, which is unusual because usually that's where, if something's going to be out of shape, that's where it'll be. There you go. Let you take a look at the driver's floor area. Not too shabby. Here's what I was talking about. See this? This pops up like that. Bam. Cup holders. And then your armrest comes down. There's even a little storage down there, but look at this. Look at how nice this car is. Yeah, I don't get impressed with Tauruses too often, but I have to say this one's pretty darn nice. And like I said, somebody's gonna get one whale of a deal on this car. All right, left front fender. Oh wait, I don't think I did the door on this one. Hold on. Oh, I'm glad I finally did this, because finally, at long last, just a tiny little spot right there of the stuff you would normally expect to be all over the place on this car. Left front fender. One tiny little nick there. No scratches, no dings, no dents. Let's go around to the front. Front bumper looks pretty decent. Does look like it had a little whoopsie right here. but it's been pushed back out, so again, doesn't look horrible. And let's take a look underneath here. There you go. I have done about $400 worth of work to this car, you know, just basic stuff. And if I remember, I'll tell you what that is, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. And let's do the hood. There you go. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Engine compartment, this is a 3-liter V6, which is actually, I like this motor in the Fords. It's a pretty decent motor. And if I get my finger in here without hurting myself, I'll rev it up for you, unless they got all this crap on there, which they normally do. Here we go. And as you just heard, sounds good. No high rev knock. There's no valve train noise, nothing bad. Oh, you know what? I just remembered what I did put on this car. I had to put a new air conditioning compressor on it in the middle of the winter because it was making so much noise. I was afraid it was going to rip everything to shreds if it broke. So yes, it's got a new air conditioning compressor on it. Close the hood. I knew I spent a lot of money on this car, and the hood looks, except for a couple of minor stone chips, looks to be in very fine condition. Okay, now, let me step back. You take a look at what a nice car it is. But the most important thing is going to be when we take it for a spin, and that's what we're going to do right now. All right, folks, we're going to take it for a ride now, but I want to point something out. You guys got to see this car start ice cold just before, and now I'm going to do what's called a warm start because it's had the opportunity to warm up and whatnot. And whenever you buy an older, higher mileage vehicle, you should always do this, whether you buy it from me or not. You always want to see it start ice cold, and you want to see it start warm. And the reason why is different issues can manifest themselves depending upon whether the car's been warmed up or whether it's ice cold or what have you, either way. So I just like to point that out. And I don't know if I mentioned this before when I started it, but yes, indeed, there are none of those annoying check engine or warning lights on saying there's something wrong with this car. Let's take it for a spin. That's the 3-liter engine. It's got a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission, which really all that means to you guys is you're going to get pretty decent gas mileage in it for a 6-passenger car. And I just pulled out right out in front of somebody, so I'm hitting pretty hard on the accelerator right now. But there we go, smooth up through the gears, 55 miles an hour, no problem. Like I said, I put a lot of mileage on this car. It's comfortable, it's nice to drive. As you can hear, it's very quiet. And it's going to be a very inexpensive vehicle for someone, and it's going to be a heck of a deal. Look at his hands off the wheel. Pretty much going down the road straight. Don't so much like to do that when I'm in a line of traffic, but I like to at least demonstrate that it doesn't like whip off to the one side of the road or the other, you know, because that would be an indication of something really wrong in the front end. All right, let me turn around here. Should be easy to do. Seeing as, yeah, brakes nice and straight. That's nice. All right, do a little turn around. The only thing I notice on this car, and you probably can't hear it in the video, but it's almost universal in every 2004 and older Taurus. There is a little clunky noise in, I think, the right rear, or maybe the left rear. I can't tell. My hearing's not that good, I guess. All that means is, yeah, you might have a shock that needs to be replaced at some point in the future. It's nothing I would even worry about right now, but that's up to you. But it probably is going to need some. I know I did some front end work, so we should be good there because I don't hear any noise coming from there. But again, since most of my customers come from long distance away, you have to rely on what I tell you I hear, because it wouldn't be fair you show up, buy this car, and then you're like, hey, what's up? It's got a little clunky noise in the back. And again, it doesn't do it all the time, but it happens often enough that I feel necessary to report it. Okay, I'm going to do a brake test next, which is pretty simple. All I'm going to do is pull in this vacant lot across the street from my place, let go of the steering wheel, find this little patch of loose gravel, and slam on the brakes. I recommend just keeping your eye on the steering wheel, because what you're going to be looking for, and it's about all you can tell then, oh great, there's a guy right in front of me now. Because all you can tell then is whether the steering wheel flies one or the other. Ready? Here we go. All right, so very good news, as I anticipated. If you notice, the steering wheel just did a tiny little bit of this, and I don't know if you could hear this on the video, but I could hear it. It definitely has anti-lock brakes, because I could hear the anti-lock brake pump activate, and it wouldn't let me skid on the gravel. So that's a great thing. So you got your airbags, you got front wheel drive, you got anti-lock brakes. This actually, if your kid will drive it, would be a very nice first car for a new driver. It's safe, it looks good, And it's going to be so cheap that, you know what, even if your kid takes and runs it up a guardrail or something like that, or I don't know, my kid just hit a deer, you know, does something like that, it won't break your heart like if you went out and bought him a $10,000 car or a new car. I don't recommend that to any parent. I don't care how much dough you have, don't buy your kid a new car. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a recap here. This is a 2002 Ford Taurus SES, has lots of nice equipment. It's in very nice shape. It's gorgeous on the inside, actually. The outside, it's just got that little mark on the bumper and that little thing in the back. And you know what? I promised you guys that we're going to take it for a walk around it in the sun. We're going to do that right now. Pardon my hands as I get the camera off the tripod here. Yeah, I used to actually hold the camera while I was driving, and yeah, that's not really a very safe, good idea. So I kind of stopped doing that. All right, so let's take a walk around. Oh, and once again, I just want to mention, you know, I've driven it a lot, but the car itself has 136, 137 on it now, but again, the title shows 170. So it's going to be sold TMU, even though I do have a clean New Jersey A title for it. All right, so let me step back and let you guys take a look at this car. Oh, you know what? I just noticed this. It looks like a little bit of the clear coat's coming off right on the bumper there. Let's step back. And you can see, especially in the sun, just a nice looking car. Nice Ford alloy, clean aluminum alloy wheels. Again, that's the little part on the quarter panel I told you about. Come back around this way. Sorry about the sun, folks. All right. Let's step back a little bit here. And there you have it. Basically, here's the deal on this car. This is a great second car for a family, or even a first car for that matter, but I think it'd even be better as a first new car for a young driver. Got a nice amount of metal wrapped around you, it's reliable, and it's a decent looking car. So as I always do, I hope this car goes to a good home. Thanks.